Hey, what's up guys? This is Stephen Austin of Austin Tech Authority, and I'm going to be showing you how to install the Rhino Shield tempered glass screen protector. And also we're going to see if it installs correctly and seals onto the screen correctly, and see if it has adhesive just on the sides or on the whole application of the phone. So I'm going to go ahead and open the box here. Also, I'm going to be testing out the non-hardness tempered glass, which is definitely false because glass only falls on a 5 or 6 on the Mohs hardness scale. So this is clearly incorrect. So unless it's obviously sapphire glass or something, it's definitely not going to be a 9 hardness. But I'm going to test it just to verify, and hopefully glass manufacturers for screen protectors will stop advertising something that their screen protector is not, and stop making false claims like that. So far I'm still liking the packaging. Okay, there's the dust removal sticker. It's really big and nice. Okay, so microfiber cloth is really good. And last but not least, the glass screen protector. I don't see any liquid cleaner or anything in the box, so I guess we'll just use the microfiber cloth that they included and see if that's gonna work fine. Yeah, it works really well with just the microfiber cloth, so I won't need any wet application. Okay, so now I'm ready to install the screen. Okay. So right before you do it, even if you've wiped it off, wipe it off again, because you don't want any particles to fly on there right before you install the screen, and then you're going to have bubbles and maybe some dust particles, which will look bad. So be very careful with this and make sure you do this right the first time, because you're not going to be able to get it off once you install the screen protector and get the dust particles out. So I'm going to use the dust removal sticker. This is actually one of the best dust removal stickers I have used, honestly, so props to that, but I don't know how well it's going to install. So make sure that they're all gone, and then you're ready to install the screen protector. And make sure you line it up at the top. I would recommend the top first, because if you line it with the back, then the bottom, then it might be hard to tell. And turn the phone on too, to kind of make sure that you don't cover the display in any way. So it's important to make sure you align it, so kind of stick your fingers on either side to feel that it's not too tight or loose on one side, and then once you've gotten that, you're ready to seal the screen protector down. So let me wipe this, the edges, and then wipe on the edges on the top, because it's just adhesive around the sides. I've actually seen it, and the adhesive is only on the sides, so that is one downside to this screen protector, but maybe that shouldn't affect the performance. Okay, it's installed. Let's see how it looks. Okay, first impressions aren't bad. It actually looks really quality. It responds well to touch, surprisingly. Let me go to SwiftKey to test out the key pressing, just to make sure that there's not going to be any problems typing with this, because that's one thing that might have issues. This is okay, so I'm actually surprised. The touch responsiveness is good, and it seems to be, it might not be sealed on quite as well as I'd like, but if you have a case on this, then I don't think you'll have much problems with dust. But that is something that you might run into later on with this screen protector, since there's only sealing around the side. So if the sealing comes off or anything, then you may have problems with dust. But overall, I'm actually really impressed with this screen protector. Hey everyone, so I have an update on the screen protector from Rhino Shield, the tempered glass. as you can see, it's clearly not on the phone, for one. When I dropped it, it actually just literally flipped off the phone, and it's, you know, scratched up because, you know, it fell off the phone and it is no longer going to be usable. And it should obviously not fall off the phone when you drop it. It seems that the adhesive is not strong enough to hold the screen protector on the phone. I cannot recommend this screen protector at all for anybody. It's just not going to work well. It may not be suitable for most people. It falls off and then you have nothing to protect your screen, and you have a wasted screen protector that you paid over $20 for. And also, I'm going to be debunking some horrible lies that the manufacturers of the glass screen protectors are telling you. It is not a 9 hardness on the Mohs hardness scale. So as you see here, glass is a 5 or 6 on the hardness scale, which means this 9 hardness is not at all true. So we're going to go in depth on this screen protector just to show you how many lies they're telling you. And the fact is, they're really cheating you with the design of this screen protector, and it does not protect your phone as it should. So I'm going to show you right now. So I've got Mohs hardness picks. So I'm going to be debunking the manufacturer's claims and show you the actual hardness of the screen just to prove it to you. And I have Mohs hardness picks from a 2 all the way to a 9. So I'm going to be testing it now with the Mohs hardness picks to show you the actual hardness of it and show you how many lies that they are telling you about their screen protectors. Not just Rhino Shield, but many other manufacturers are claiming a 9 hardness, and it is not at all true. So we're going to start with the 2, and we're going to work our way up to a 9 to see what damage we can expect. So we'll start off with the 1. So no damage. Obviously it should be much stronger than a 1 or a 2. Let's go to a 3, which is copper. Nothing. Okay, go to a 4. No, nothing so far. And we'll go to a 5. Still nothing. Not really surprising given this is glass, but it should sustain some damage at a 6, given 6 is usually the hardness of most glass, but it can be a 5. So as you see there, it actually did sustain some damage right there from this. I know it's kind of hard to see with the fingerprints on it, but it's fairly damaged already with the 6, which is what it is falling on the Mohs hardness scale. So now I'm going to move on to a 7, which is going to definitely do some more damage because of how much harder it is than glass. Hear that? You can hear the scratching on the glass. Obviously, it might require a little bit extra pressure when doing it, but it definitely does quite a bit of damage because this is much softer material than a 7. A 6. You see right there. It's kind of hard to see, but I actually cracked it, obviously, from pressing on it too much. Let me show you but you can hear it scratching even with the cracks. So we're going to go to a 9 and just show you the actual damage you can expect from what it claims to be. So go to an 8 and then a 9. So it almost cracks the glass instantly when scratching the display because of how much harder material it is than glass. Hear that? See, I just drew an X in the glass because it's an 8. It is much harder material than this glass. And sapphire usually falls on an 8 or 9 on the hardness scale, and this is by no means sapphire at all. You see that X I just drew? So I'm going to be doing a 9, which is actually what it claimed to be, which it clearly isn't because it just scratched severely at an 8. And I'm going to show you how bad. See, the 9 pretty much instantly cracks it even more just because of how much harder material it is. Put this on my S8 just for a second to show you, because it's harder to see without the the glare from that. See that? I can literally carve anything into this glass at this point. So clearly not a 9. So thanks guys for watching. Like if you like this, dislike if you dislike this. I hope this kind of keeps you more informed and not to believe everything you see online, and don't buy anything just because it claims to be something, because clearly that is not the case with many products you buy online these days. So thanks, and I'll catch you in the next video.